Welcome in, everybody. This is Broski Ballers College Football Talk. I'm pretty sure that's the name of the show on the YouTube channel. So it's currently September the 11th, 2024. We are officially on YouTube now. Little backstory on us. I am sporting the Columbia, South Carolina hat. We're going to get into that a little bit later, but for now, an intro. So Broski Ballers started back in 2020, maybe 2019, specifically 2020 though. Was created by my brother. It was the COVID pandemic. Everybody was excited about college football, and I got to talking to him, and I was like, man, there ain't a lot of shows out there that are doing stuff on the level that I'd like to see it being done. Come to find out, there was already another show, our primary source, and they started that same year. Hopefully we're not competition for them over there. Now named Josh Pate's College Football Show, previously the Lake Kick. He still has a Panhandle Lake Kick on some of his social media accounts at Lake Kick Josh. We don't have all of that. I'm not a big technology guy. I'm a big college football guy. Anyways, we started this back in 2020, super excited. Started out covering scores, talking everything. It eventually tampered down just a little bit, elevated down instead of elevating up. And it's been barely staying alive, but we stay posting content on there. Try to keep as much news on there as we possibly can. That's over on Facebook. It's Broski Ballers College Football Talk. Same way this channel is. It's been a journey. It's been a ride. We've been staying alive. What we do is we do weekly pick'ems, and we call it ATLs, against the line. That's where we go against the spread. And for anyone that don't know, I posted on there just recently about first round. So we've been on this 25 game format for quite a while. It started at like 10 or 15 or something like that, 10 picks and 5 against the lines. Then we elevated 15, 10, and it kind of just stayed on the 15, 10 now. And that's going to be posted on our page a little bit later. They are in. Well, all but 5 picks are in. I have previously won the last 2 weeks. So I got to pick first, and we do it in rounds of 5. It's kind of one of them things to where it just has to work out how it works out, because statistically the way that we do that is we do 3 picks and then 2 spreads. And the winner of each week goes first that following week. So it's 5 rounds of 5, meaning I got the first, second, and last, or I meant the first, third, and last. So he only got 2 rounds these past few weeks. Me and my brother, Kevin, he's been real busy. Got a little nephew now. I have an older nephew as well, who just started playing football conveniently. 2-way player. I'm looking forward to seeing that. I've got a little cousin that's playing football too. I'm from Greenwood, South Carolina. There's a 96 used to be known for a really good football program. And that's where one of my cousins plays at. He's a 2-way player also. Tight end and cornerback or defense. I think he might be a DB. He is actually in middle school playing JV though. The other, my nephew is he's in middle school just starting out, and he's not on the JV level just yet. But I'm so proud of that boy. He's following, what we follow. I am not any other sports. I'm football all the way. I haven't been as big into the NFL, mainly because I'm a Panthers fan. If you know, you know, and I think everyone knows. I'm also a Bengals fan, whatever reason. I followed Andy Dalton. Well, let's be truthful. SEC guy, quote unquote. I followed AJ Green to the NFL from Georgia and found out Andy Dalton, TCU. I started liking TCU. My fiance is a TCU fan. She loved their run where they went to the national title. We won't speak on that. Anyways, so Kevin made this page, and I've been the primary host of it. We used to do it together, but he's busy with a 4-month-old. So a lot on his hands between the older son playing football and his school and schedule and the baby. The baby, babies are on odd schedules. But anyways, founded in 2020, specifically by my brother Kevin. But it stayed afloat. We kept it afloat. I've had my moments. Oh my goodness. Look, I got to punch the wall. I've had my moments. Dang, dude. I did get cut. I cut myself on my washing machine. That's crazy. Wow. Okay. Anyways, Broski Ballers College Football. That should be the panhandle for us. We're not on social media other than Facebook right now. We're looking to get there. I'm just tired. I'm tired of being on Facebook only. I still want that exclusivity right now to be the main content and main page. And this be I don't know. We're going to see if I can share. It should be able to share, but I don't have broadcasting equipment. So without that, it's a little bit harder. And me not being a very tech savvy guy, it's going to be hard if and when I do get it. But anyways, we are Broski Ballers. Broski being because two Broskis founded it. Had a lot of friends hate on it. Hate on my name. I just had an opportunity recently to change it. And I'm just stuck, man. I mean, look at Pat McAfee. Pat McAfee is the prime definition of a Broski, okay? Pat McAfee is for the younger people. I'm not going to act like Des Howard. I'm pretty sure that's his name. Des Howard is also kind of, he's more relatable to a younger generation. Kirk and all them. And we're about to get into this. We are diving into it right now, slowly, into this. Whoa, this right here, where they're going to be at. Okay. Anyways, Broski Ballers is the name. I don't want to change it. I'm stuck on it. It's lived. It's lived for almost 5 years now, and it's going to continue to live. And that just is what it is. For the people, man, for the people. On the Pat McAfee, on the Kirk, on the Dez, on the is one of them's named Dan. I'm not sure who the lead analyst is. I'm not sure what his name is. On to Lee Corso, on to recently retired coach Nick Saban, the GOAT, the man who changed the whole complexion of college football. College football had to change its definition year after year after year after year after year because Nick Saban was so good at what he did. He changed the whole sport of college football. Now we're in a stupid 12-team playoff. And they're wanting to push it to 16. And that's why Nick retired. In case anybody, he didn't want to conform or transform to this new era. A lot of guys are like that. Dan Mullen, I've commented on our page, on a video on our page about Dan Mullen and how he, and how he is. Yes, he got fired, but he could have went anywhere in the G5 or lower level and got a job. He wanted to step away because he saw the sport going to what it is now. And it's not. Here's the thing. You're going to have regular season games. That's the best thing there is about college football is the regular season, is the rivalries, is the Oklahoma versus Oklahoma State, Oklahoma versus Texas, Oregon versus Oregon State. Actually, I don't think they're doing Oklahoma and Oklahoma State. I think I misquoted that. The LSU and A&M, because that's apparently a rivalry. I'm just not going to even name the primary in-state rivals. The bigger ones, the Alabama and Tennessee, the third Saturday of October. The big ones, I forget what Georgia and Auburn are called, but the big ones, man, the big ones. Iowa State is a big one. Second Saturday every year. Them Cyclones pulled that out. I always lean heavily on the Cyclones because I try to stay true to Josh Pate over at Josh Pate's College Football Show, presented by CBS. I guess it's presented by CBS. Maybe it's presented by them. They have ownership rights over the show now, him and his staff there. But, yeah, the sport changed. Now the GOAT is sitting in the broadcast booth. And there's been a lot of debate about him and McAfee and this and that. And I think he's just not used to being around McAfees that much. He's used to seeing McAfee in kids. You know, McAfee's 37 years old. I love Pat McAfee. Pat McAfee is awesome. He's a wrestling analyst or broadcaster. Not right now. He stepped away for game day. But anyways, moving into those guys, Dez and Kirk and Lee and Pat and Nick and Dan. Is his name Dan? I'm not sure. You know, it's crazy. Maybe I'm not the only one that doesn't know his name. I have no clue what his name is. Absolutely not. And I'm the person that could point you out to Cole Kublik. And to Joel Klatt. And to Greg McElroy. Well, I mean, we're talking about former players, so I guess that's why I'm aware of them. Anyways, the Columbia, South Carolina hat is being sported right now because College Game Day is going to Columbia, South Carolina. Little interesting fact. I'm a South Carolina fan. I'm a North Carolina fan. I don't follow anything but college football. It is what it is. I also am all for in-state. I love Coastal. Didn't love that Grayson McCall left and went to NC State, but is what it is. And they just got – it ain't even October yet, but Tennessee turned them into a scary movie. That was bad. And I get to hate on them because they're my rival. Let's say also Georgia State. Georgia State, man. Well, I followed Sean Elliott to Georgia State. Now he's back with our staff. So I don't know. Maybe I stick. I mean, after all, I've stuck with the Bengals after A.J. Green's done. I think he finally officially retired. If not, he's on his last year or he's on one of them one-year deals. Andy Dalton's with the Panthers now. They should have thought about putting him in last week. So from what I heard, I don't know. Anyways, I don't know. Georgia State bandwagon. We'll have to see how that goes. But College Game Day is headed to South Carolina. Man, I work on Saturdays, but I work night shift. So I will be tuned in. You can bet on it. That is awesome. Game Day's there. Josh Pate's going to be there. Go follow Josh Pate at his Josh Pate's College Football Show, and then at the Late Kick on, I think it's just on Instagram or on X/Twitter. There's one that's still got the old Late Kick Josh panhandle. And then, like I said, our panhandle should be at Broski Ballers College Football. Um, Still learning, still getting everything in the process of getting started to take off. I don't even know. We're still building the plane. It's not ready to take off just yet. Okay. We got wheels. We do got wheels. Anyways, just a little introduction to us. Nothing fancy. If I'm not on pace, and this isn't my notebook, but I have it's actually a composition notebook, black and white style, boy, zebra style. Look like a college official. I jot stuff down in there. When I'm in there, usually I'm pretty much oriented and going down a list and trying to get things in. It's better when I'm on a timeline and don't get to ramble so much. But I cannot believe we're only 15 minutes in. This is going to probably be a short video. I'm going to probably stretch it to 30 minutes. Just because I gotta do longer than 15 minutes. I mean, so for all those who've been with us from day one, we got my buddy Zay, my brother, his brother Mar, my brother Tyler Burt. These are not my actual brothers, but I grew up with a lot of these guys. Going to be in a couple weddings. Going to be interesting. They're going to be in a couple weddings or a wedding eventually. Anyways, we got Zay, we got Mar, we got Levi, we got obviously my brother Kevin, his fiance, my fiance, my mom, my stepdad. I think maybe. We got a lot. It's just opening to new doors now. Got my buddy Bo Tommy. I think I can get G Street on here. We're going to see. We're going to reach a wide audience. Got a couple guys I stole from other pages. I apologize if I do not know your names offhand. I'm sorry that I tampered with the portal, okay? Actually, you know what? I'm not. I went on there and contributed it. I offered them to contribute to me. They showed me no interest. Some of you guys, I liked your input, guys and gals. It was primarily guys. I don't think I friended any gals. Not opposed to it. Gals can talk college football too. That's cool. Or watch and support at least. Anyways, I stole a few people away. A lot of people's had some good insight. There's one guy that I'm looking to lure away. I'm just going to say Jonathan. He's on another page. And when he's not, when I first got into the stuff I was seeing from him, I liked it a lot. He knew a lot, probably more than me. And that's not saying much. I mean, I was keeping up with it consistently. I was keeping up with portals. I was keeping up with this, that, for the major programs. But there was a Jonathan thing, and I'm not going to mention a last name, but I don't know. Maybe one day we can get into a little partnership if Broski Ballers doesn't quite work out. But I at least would love to have him. I think he is on the page, actually. I think I just approved a post not too long ago. Y'all, I am sorry if on that page your stuff doesn't get uploaded right away. I'm very busy. I'm sorry. I do this for fun. It is fun to me. I love to talk college football. But some things can seem more like work. Maybe, hopefully, we won't have to put this behind no paywall. And we'll just get to have fun with it. Train keep it rolling all night long. Where was that train going? Man. Anyway, yeah. Okay. If your post doesn't reach the page, right away, sorry. I'm trying to stay on P's and Q's on that, and keep my fiance in tune with, hey, if it's postable, post it. With my brother, postable, post it. Why don't you use a paper towel? Oh my gosh. Fiance's going crazy. I don't want to say why. Let's just say I got some little friends because I live in an apartment. It's clean. It's a very clean one. I used to do shows walking through here all the time. And it was nowhere near as professional as it is now. Not that it is completely professional, but I used to walk around and showcase this whole apartment. I used to have set up, and I use this blank wall back here in the little dining area of my kitchen for the primary of my I'm doing angels. For the primary of the show, I think it's a decent backdrop compared to everything else I have. If I do this in a recliner, it's not going to go very well, especially staying up all night. But anyways, we're going to try to stay in tune and on task as far as letting you guys and gals post pretty much whatever you want. I don't really care for the trash talk. I do it now. I do it. So I mentioned a person earlier. He's going to know this. He's a Florida State fan. And he commented on there, and I commented back. And like I said, I don't know, little nicks and jabs are fine, but stuff can get so intense. And it probably should in the Clemson-Carolina rivalry, in the North Carolina State rivalry, in the Tennessee-Alabama. If you're an LSU fan, I guess LSU. I don't think there's somebody they play. I guess Alabama, maybe LSU, Alabama. I don't know. Maybe probably in the future, at least for sure. But hate. That's the Auburn Georgia rivalry. Old school hate or something like that. That is the rivalry for Auburn and Georgia. But anyways, I try to get people to keep the post about Intel. Not saying that I'm opposed to doing anything else, but it's a page. It's supposed to be for people, not just for certain things. So definitely can be lenient on what gets posted and what don't get posted. Somebody went on there with what they thought was somebody went on there one time and I approved it, and just because I was excited to have somebody new, and it was a media person. It wasn't even an analyst with a story. It was somebody in media. It was an analyst because it was just bizarre. And I let him. I approved the post, and then I read it, and I was like, what in the world? I'm gonna go out and tell you, it was about Clemson, and it was about a Heisman Trophy or something. Pretty sure it was DJ. Just saying. I'm pretty sure that post was about DJ winning the Heisman, or DJ's Heisman odds, and he was just getting the start at Clemson then. And like I said, once I had approved the post, I was like, what? This is crazy. Why did I approve this? I do apologize for bashing your post. You probably know who you are. I'm not bashing you. I'm bashing the post. The post was completely – it was bizarre. Okay, let's just say that. Or just irrelevant completely. And I don't mean to hurt your feelings if I do, but stuff like that is just – you're talking Caleb Williams or you're talking Jaden Daniels, they're gone now. But you're talking stuff like that, people that are actually in the race, that's different. But it was just the odds are like da-da-da-da-da. And it was like, who cares? It was crazy. It was either who cares or it was a media guy hyping him up, and he wasn't even an analyst. Because I mean, if you get into this, like I'm into it, you start to realize names. Not saying that I'm in any loop, because I'm definitely not. But you pick up on a few names here or there, or common names that you're like, oh, okay, this guy's legit. This person's legit. They know what they're talking about instead of just posting junk, or writing junk. And sometimes it's got a lot to do with grammar. You can tell what a person's about with the grammar in their story. With the grammar in their story, you can tell a lot by a person. If they misspell a lot of words, so you got singular and plural wrong, so you're probably not that great of a source. And I feel like the industry's opened up a lot over the years to where they just allow anybody like me. I wish, I hope. I'll go sit beside Pat, okay? Actually, put me on the end. Put me by Dez or Kirk. I'll be all right. Or beside Lee. It don't matter. In between Lee and Saban. That's it there. I don't know. Me and Pat wouldn't mix too much. I mean, Saban will be done slung a bat at us, okay? Saban would probably come out of retirement if I was ever there with Pat McAfee, okay? Because eventually one of us would get shot with a cannon or be shot out of a cannon, maybe together. Crazy. But anyways, so yeah, this is not the main source. I'm trying to make it that way. And we're looking forward to getting some stuff on some more social media accounts, some Instagram, some X's. I'm definitely looking to build. If you don't do anything else, just go to Broski Brawlers and do scrolling in the videos. And I happen to change a lot. Right now, I'm a little bushy. I wanted to shave or trim or do a little something, but it's very aggravating for people that have pet peeves like what I got going on. I'm not going to point it out, but it's very aggravating. Okay, I see it. I needed to trim. Okay. Anyways, I'm hoping that y'all pay more attention to the professionalism of this rather than the professionalism in the voice, rather than the face that's going along with it. So we do have this. I had downloaded Anchor, a streaming podcast server, and there is an episode or two of Broski Ballers on there, and it should be under my name, C. Brooks or Corey Brooks or something of that nature, or whatever. You can look up Broski Ballers on Spotify. I'll do it. And I want to some cornhole stuff going on. Let's get on Spotify really quick, and I can let y'all know about that. Want to tune back into this more. We got to get past the wheels on this plane and get a little bit more. Okay, yeah. Broski Ballers College Football. Is it just football? Yeah, Broski Ballers College Football. Kevin had created one too. He didn't do anything with it. I got a couple episodes. September 2021 and February 22. So, anyways, crazy. We want to get back into that. I want to get back into that. Like I said, no intro into us. I'm silly. I'm nutty, or try to be. I love sarcasm and puns. If you can't tell, we're excited for this season. Excited for everything. We're probably going to make it past this 30-minute mark. Already have. So, just to recap, Broski Ball started back in 2020. Been a little up and downhill over the years, but we're what is that term? Spiraling up or something up. We're working on it. The plane's being built. It's not just a road. It's not just oh my goodness. It's not just a strip anymore. There's some wheels on the strip now. There's some chicken on the strip, but it's not a full strip. Anyways, like I said, back in 2020, we started this thing. It's had up and downs, and we've come a long way. I feel like I've come a long way professionally. I've been through a lot. Everybody has, but I have hit certain levels of maturity. As far as it comes to this level of professionalism, not going through a hard time anymore. I don't know whether or not the videos have been taken down, but I had some videos that I had straight thrown a fit, or yeah, I just there's been some stuff on Broski Ballers that it should be looked over. But we're to another level now. We're more than tires. We got the tires, and we got the metal, the frame, the frame around the tires. As far as just being mature and trying to elevate this lovely thing that we can come together and we can talk college football, and everybody can be a broski. Everybody. Your man, your woman, your dog, your cat, everybody can be a broski. I mean, got some chickens? I got some chickens. Carolina game chickens. Randy the plumber. He's pretty good. Anyways, we've had a couple weeks picks in. There's been a video on Facebook already. Maybe more than one. I don't remember if I did one or two. I think I might have done two, possibly. I don't know. It may be only one for the season, but the 2024 picks, week 3 is coming pretty soon. I still got to make some my last little round of decisions for my last 5, and then tinker with them a little bit because I messed them up just a little bit. I picked. We get to format it however we want. Statistically, it lines up. If you go 3 picks, 2 spread, it works out to 2, 4, 6, 8, 10. Yeah, 3 picks, and 2 spread. Each round works out to be exactly 25. I messed that up. I couldn't pass down a couple spreads, but I had to adjust some stuff every week. So it is what it is. Got to if we have to throw a few little games in here or there for. Usually the spreads aren't that hard to go over. What we do is we try to. So this year I've been going with 10 or higher spreads. Somebody can't seem to figure that out, even though he's been told multiple times. Not going to say any names, but his initials on the page. Anyways, Yeah, so I'm gonna have to tinker with a few little things here and there, but I'm not sure who Memphis is playing, but that one piqued my interest, and so did FAU and FIU. And with the picks and the ATLs, the spreads, um, what we do is we go FBS versus FBS. We don't put no FCS competition in there. We're not parlaying anything. Um, although there's a lot of times I wonder what would have happened. Or if I just had an app with a VPN thingy majig. Like I said, I'm not technically savvy. Um, anyways, so picks coming. We did. My brother did take this one. And he took LSU. Uh, I, I would have took LSU too. Was going to. But it was one of those kind of put it on the back burner. I'm confident in the pick. Any of y'all that are diehard into picking games and play parlays and lose a lot of money, you know you want to put certain games on the back burner and be like, I know this one's a win. Well, can't be 100% certain of anything, but your gut tells you this is going to be something. My gut tells me there's just too much going on in Columbia. There's College Game Day. There's Josh Pate going to be there with the CBS, or maybe he's by himself. Maybe he takes one of his producers on the whole new Saturday tour. As I'm corrected, we don't have a tour. I have the whole new day at Lowe's tour. Whole new night at Lowe's tour for me. I mean, us at Lowe's could be sponsored by QT too, because we love that pizza. Anyways, Josh Pate's college football show. That's where our information comes from. He's going to be in Columbia. Wherever he's at is almost guaranteed to be the biggest game. He went to Texas, Michigan last week. Didn't turn out that way. So let me tell you how I feel about that. About the big marquee, the big CBS, the big not ESPN. ESPN isn't that bad about it. But your TV deal games, your Foxes and CBS and ABCs and that line, FS. Well, probably not. Oh no, I haven't watched a game on FS. I just recently got my first ever Roku TV, so I have cable already in with my place, and that's how I watch football. And when I put the Roku on there, it changed a lot of stuff compared to what it was supposed to have been. There's a lot of channels that changed. ESPN didn't change; it's still the same channels, but ESPN didn't change, and then TNT and TBS didn't change. But I know because I watch wrestling. I'm an AEW fan. It's about to be on here in another 20 minutes, 25 minutes, because my clock's a little fast. I keep up with WWE, but I'm not like diehard into it. But you will hear me use little rock anecdotes or what, Stone Cold, or I love them Attitude Era days. May even see me do this occasionally. It's typically held downwards. I'm not going to stand up and do that, nor do I do that, but I might be like, something crazy like that, Yeah, I'm a big fan of those, or name drop a few here and there. CB, Broski 13, who knows, Anyways, big marquee games. The big marquee games. There's more in the fridge. Is it molded? Look, you're throwing me off. I'm not mean to her. She beats on me, believe it or not. Somebody call somebody. I'm just kidding. I don't have bruises, but it happens. Help me. No, I'm just kidding. Don't dive into that. I'm just playing. I'm just playing. I'm too off the wall to be legitimately serious about that. Big marquee games. I think Chip Kelly said it best. I'm going to try to quote it word for word. I've watched it happen when he was at UCLA. How about them commercials, folks? Or how y'all liking them commercials, folks? Or how y'all liking them commercials in general? I don't know. Anyways, I think Chip Kelly said it best. It's the truth. You turn to the game, commercial. Or you start the game on the channel, you get into it, it starts to get a little good or whatever. Y'all know. Y'all have watched it. Commercial. Okay, you come back, couple of plays, commercial. The game starts to get tight. The game starts to look really intense, commercial. That's because at the top, there's some not so commonsensical people that run this sport that like to make money. We do this for free. We love this for free. We don't need it. Josh Pate for college football commissioner. You heard it here first. Josh Pate, voting for you. Brandon Walker, you can be his VP. I never knew who or what. I mean, I'd heard him name drop quite a few times on Josh Pate's show. He was not what I expected at all. And I've been coming across him on TikTok a lot. That's something we might need to get into too, is a little TikTok action. Anyways, the commercialism, that's probably not a word, nor is a lot of the words that I think sound smart. You know what I was watching / dozing off because I had to be into work and I had been in bed at like 3 o'clock and gotten up at 10 something, had to go find my debit card and, the good joys of life. Where I was at was I was watching Kansas State and Tulane, and I was flipping back and forth between that, and I was watching Arkansas and Oklahoma State. And there was one other one on, but I think it may have been a blowout. Anyways, they were keeping it competitive, and it got to be a little bit of a lead there for a little while. I fell asleep, woke up, and Arkansas and Oklahoma State are going into overtime. Tulane almost went into overtime with Kansas State. It was a really good game. Apparently, Tulane don't need Willie Fritz to be a powerhouse. It also has got a lot to do with Willie Fritz being one of those guys that, I don't know. That's probably just a generic coach sense now for the most part. Some of them are, but I feel like most of them are pretty generic when it comes to, I'm leaving, I got to go make money. You don't turn down certain opportunities in life. And, I see the mic now. Yeah, it's probably not good quality. I got to yo. Woo. So I feel like they're pretty generic now to where they tell their kids, they say, man, you came here. They probably on the lines of, oh, you came here for me. But then some of them do say, you came here for me, but you committed to this team. And you've been a part of the progression of this team. So don't follow me out the door just because I'm trying to go do, I'm trying to go do my own thing and elevate myself. You may not be elevated in that way unless they come in as an NIL, in which case it's a lot different. But they're pretty generic now. I'm not saying they're vanilla, okay? I'm saying they're pretty generically good people to where they're like, hey, don't follow me just because I'm leaving. But I don't think a lot of people know this, but players commit to other coaches. not just to the head coach. They commit to an offensive coordinator, to a defensive coordinator, to a wide receivers coach, to a DB, to the trainers, to the Connor Shaws of the world. They commit to people like that. Not sure who Dylan Stewart committed to, but man, am I glad he did. I hope he shows out Saturday. I really do. Y'all are going to see on the page, I'm a South Carolina fan. I'm a North Carolina fan. Should hate Clemson. Should. I don't. I ain't going to say I root for them, but I don't hate them. And y'all will notice a trend to where I pick Clemson spreads a lot. If I were to take a one-game parlay on a Clemson game, 9 times out of 10, they cover. 9 times out of 10, they cover. I'm just saying. There's that 0.1% that they don't, but 9 times out of 10, Clemson covers. And man, the amount of money that I could have won from Clemson, woo! I just want to throw that out there. Dang, I went entirely too long. We can get it to 50 minutes and we'll cut it off. How about that? So, we're Broski Ballers. I'm Corey Brooks. This is an intro. This is hopefully people's way of coming into the fold. Pretty good people. Got people that say they're going to fact check me. I hope they do. I always admit when I don't know something. And then, I stay so busy between working my job and then working my side job / doing a few favors for family or close family relatives or family friends. Or I do a lot. I stay busy. Fall is my favorite time of the year to be outside working, so that's typically what I do. Probably going to have a lot of long nights in the day and then back into the night going into work because it's fall. There's going to be cleanup here and there. I do that. No business license yet, not marketing myself, but I do hold myself to as high a standard there as I do here. And I try to be the 1% that most people can't be. And I try to tell people they get what they pay for. I don't own a mower, but if I did, I wouldn't just cut your trash up and leave it laying. That's lazy. Don't leave a bunch of anthills in your mulch and pine straw. Looks like crap. And for that, you pay just a little more. But I don't have a business, so I don't want to try to get canceled before I even get started, or get hit with some fines or something. I don't know how it works, but I went to the wrong thing. So game day's in Columbia. That game is a 7-point spread or whatever it is. My bet's on LSU. Now as a fan, I hope we pull it off. I do. Just real quick before we end this video, some games were on this week for sure. I had first pick and whatnot. That needs to be charged. It's dirty too. He's got blue marker on it. I don't even know where that came from. Interesting. So the Arizona State and Texas State spread changed, and it's in favor of Texas State now. I moved on that on Monday. I had first, and I wanted Arizona State. Sticking with my gut there. Kevin beat me to the LSU game. I kept that on South Carolina game. I was keeping that one on the back burner. But yeah, he did take LSU, and he took Vanderbilt. He doesn't know this, but now he does, to cover. Couple other ones. I think we may have moved on Cincinnati and Miami. If we don't, then we probably will. I will. I don't know if we moved on Alabama and Wisconsin or not, but whatever. I feel like, and I'm just kind of looking for games that people should tune into. LSU and you should tune into the game, LSU at South Carolina, but it may not go the way anticipated. Oh, okay. Memphis is at Florida State. Okay. I don't know if we picked that game, but that's definitely an option. 6.5 point spread. Won't be taking it for the spread. Just be taking FSU outright. Shout out, Mar. I did take LA Tech to cover over NC State. I hope I'm right. I don't expect them to bounce back, and it's LA Tech. I'm not saying NC State's not good by no means, but I believe in LA Tech every year. By the way, if you didn't know this, now you do. LA, the abbreviation LA is the state. LA is the state. That's Louisiana State. Or Louisiana Tech, excuse me. A lot of people be like, LA, yeah. And I had a buddy, relatively close Clemson buddy, that was like, Los Angeles Tech. It's like, no, that's not what that stands for. Now they've been putting out, in recent years, they've been putting Louisiana Tech on here. Apparently too many people don't care enough to look into it. So they had to be like, hey, it's not LA, this ain't California. This is a little farther away from California. Boston College in Missouri, I think if there's any game that you should definitely want to tune into, that one's going to be interesting. Also, Notre Dame at Purdue. I think I took Notre Dame to cover. I feel like they're going to bounce back. I feel like NC State's going to bounce back, but I don't bet against LA Tech often because LA Tech is one of those teams that I kind of hold to a higher standard for whatever reason. I don't know. They were one of the first G5 teams I ever realized was a G5 team. Didn't know what the G5 was. I was just like, who's all these people? And who's this Derek Carr guy? That's not LA Tech, by the way. But, you know, who's this Derek Carr? Who's this Blake Bortles? Who's this person? That person? Who's this who is this who's this KJ Jefferson guy? Not G5 anymore. UCF is now Big 12. But they were. And it's like, who's this? Who is that guy? Anyways. Backyard Brawl. If you didn't know to tune into it. The Backyard Brawl. West Virginia. Do they play at a neutral site? I think they go home and home. I'm about to check on it. Yeah. So the Backyard Brawl is a home and home game. Alternates every year. This one's going to be fun. 2 years ago, this was one of it was on a Thursday night, I think, 2 years ago. Man, it was a game, man. It was crazy good. And that's every year with them. They're apparently like that almost every year. I don't really recall much from that. I think one of them crushed the other one last year. Well, it was a 2-score game. I'm going to say crush, but A&M in Florida. We'll see which team puts it together. That one's at 3:30. I think old Broski took Texas A&M in that one. He doesn't know this, but now he does. Oregon, he has to cover against Oregon State. I didn't want no part in that originally. I thought about it. I'm taking Washington State in the Apple Cup. Not sure if that's a home and home either. But y'all, I got something for y'all to stay tuned into because this is where this stuff gets cool. Like this is, hold on. I don't do this a lot. Seattle, Washington, Lumen Field. I think that is their field. I think that's their stadium. No, not roster. Oh, wait, Alaska Airlines. I think. Oh, they play in Seattle. They play at Seattle. Okay, cool. They play in the Seahawks Stadium. I'm pretty sure. Lumen Field, Seattle, Washington. Yeah, I'm pretty sure that's a. I think that's where Seattle plays. So that's not a home and home game. Apple Cup is played at a neutral site for both teams. Washington is the team that's from Seattle, so technically it's home for them. But I don't think Washington State's that far from Seattle either. And they're in Pullman, Washington. I'm not really sure where that's at, but I'm sure it's not that far from Seattle. So it's really in both of them's backyard. Well, it's at one of them's house. It's in the other one's backyard. We got App State and East Carolina on here. Might hit up a little Ball State and Miami action. We'll have to see. You finally found Broski Ballers?
Can you turn the comments on?
Can I turn the comments?
Nobody can. They won't let nobody comment.
Who's on there? Nobody knows about it yet. Whoever's just scrolling through YouTube.
I put a thing on Broski Ballers on Facebook if you haven't subscribed to them.
Oh my! Send feedback. I thought the comments were already turned on.
They're not showing you. You can't comment on the video.
Well, I don't know how to do that. Edit? No. Cancel. What does this mean? No. You don't have access to this feature. You don't have access to this feature. Manage. It's not letting me do anything.
Just keep going until you're done.
Pop out dashboard. What does that do? I mean, this is just a little intro and everything anyway, so it doesn't hurt. We were getting into the good stuff anyways.
I don't like this comment.
And I don't think it's going to. I don't have a streaming software, so I don't think it's. I don't know. We'll have to figure that out. Everybody knows that this is brand new, so apologize, guys and gals. And hopefully y'all didn't hear any in the background of your ears or whatever, because sometimes when you put media too close together, I thought you were laughing. You had me about to laugh hard. Ooh, okay. I might get in on a little Nevada action, okay? Nevada, because the spread moved a lot. You can have that. The spread, I'm pretty sure, moved a lot. And I think I might take me some Nevada action this week. We'll have to see how that goes. Like I said, I got 5 left, possibly 6. The 6th one is just to play around because I might have screwed some things up. Plus, somebody likes to take picks as spread or spreads as picks. So it's 10 points or more is an automatic spread for that one. For that one person. The one person, the only thing I ask of him. We might be getting on a little FIU, FAU action too. So many options. These are the options. A little NF action. There's actually a video where I had NF playing in the background, but I'm looking through some of these games. Let's see. Okay, that one's under the radar. People of college football fandom, tune in at 6 o'clock Saturday and watch FIU and FAU. Okay. If you know, Lane Kiffin previously coached at FAU. Not sure who has coached or who does coach at FIU. Regardless, this rivalry is a close game one year, blowout the next. Close game one year, blowout the next. It stays consistently interesting to see how that game goes. App State and East Carolina at 4 o'clock is a good one. We have that one for a pick 'em this week. That's going to be a really good one. Nevada, Minnesota, I would tune in for it. I mean, some of you paying $50, $60 a month anyways to get all this stuff. You might as well watch it. If anybody watched Miami, I mean, watching them against Ball State, are they going to do to folks what Tennessee did to NC State? Or are they just doing that to folks because those teams are that bad? Sorry, Florida. Or as I like to say, Florida. Let's see. Little Jacksonville State and Eastern Michigan, one of them little under-the-radar 2-point spread games that I don't know if we picked or not, but it may very well be on the list. Hawaii and Sam Houston. If you didn't know, Sam Houston is an FBS school now. So is Kennesaw State. Sam Houston's actually in its second year. Kennesaw State, I think, just started this year. Somebody can correct me if I'm wrong on that. And hopefully we could get the comments flowing in these a little bit later on this year. Colorado State. Anybody remember that game from last year? Maybe one to tune into. Indiana and UCLA. Who knows? UCF and TCU, definitely a good one to tune into. These two could be one of those at the top of the Big 12 that aren't quite in the picture of winning the conference. Then again, it could be a complete toss-up because I haven't seen a definitive person step up yet. So in the Big 12, it looks to be wide open. My gut tells me UCF's going to win this division this year. I could be wrong. TCU could win this game, although it may not matter. But my gut says Gus Malzahn is getting ready to take this conference by storm. Rice and Houston, good little Texas rivalry. Could be an interesting watch. Maryland and Virginia, they border each other. Not sure. Somebody correct me on that. And that's pretty much it as far as those. I mean, BYU and Wyoming could be a good one at 9 o'clock. It could be. It's an 11-point spread, but it could be a good one. I don't give these games out to watch unless I've been in tune with this stuff. And if I were able to watch it work, I would. But I work in a fast-paced environment where it should be production pay, but it's not. And instead, I get paid like I'm picking up garbage cans for a living. Not that that's a bad thing. Garbage cans full of poop in our case. And you know what? I don't even care that I said that. Eventually, I'll say where I work and who I work for, and it just is what it is. We get the doggy duke bag, okay? It stinks bad. Anyways, I'm about to get off of here and watch a little AEW, but threw out some games there. Also on Friday. Friday's going to be good. Friday, I am off on Fridays. 7 and 8 o'clock, I'm going to be flipping. Flippy. ESPN is playing host to the UNLV at Kansas game. And then Fox has Arizona at Kansas State. A little Big 12 action there. If you didn't know, now you know Arizona is a Big 12 team, along with ASU. Yeah, that's right. The Pac-2 consists of Oregon State and Washington State. That's crazy. Anyways, just want to lead out with that one, I guess. Gave you a bunch of good games. Few of the ones that we have, few of the ones that I'm still indecisive on picking for sure. They're coming. But little immunity Josh Pate joke there. Anyways, we're Broski Ballers. This is hopefully going to be a weekly thing, hopefully on YouTube and Facebook. And hopefully we get these comments turned on, and hopefully you all like what you've seen so far. I'm sorry that it's just a dull little thing right here. I am sporty right now. Maybe sporting my old North Carolina one next week. We'll see. Why does it sound like Stone Cold's in there talking? Golly, who knew Christian would turn out to sound like Stone Cold? If you don't want to hear me say that, give me a... Anyway, it's Broski Ballers, Corey Brooks. Kevin Willis is also one of the men. Anyways, look forward to seeing all of you guys and girls. Hope this video makes it a long way. And I hope I'm not too disinteresting. Hope I'm not too over the top. I hope I'm a little combination of both. I'm going to lead out. Again, it's September the 11th. Ooh. We're not wrecking things on September the 11th, okay? Just saying. This is no tower. This is a concrete slab looking to build up. With that, I hope you guys, gals, everyone enjoys a good weekend of college football. Do tune in to some games Thursday, Friday. I mean, there's more than just Saturday. I've always watched them, even when I had to be in 4 or 5 o'clock in the morning. I mean, at least half of them. Half of the, I like a good close game. And then, maybe you're lucky, you go to sleep and you dream about it and you're like, did they actually win? Let me check that score. It's crazy. And then if it actually happened and it went down in your dream, whoop, the premonition. I'm just kidding. I've never actually had that happen. I have definitely dreamed about football, though. Anyways, Corey Brooks here, Broski Ballers. Look forward to doing these videos regularly. I'm going to let you folks know when, where, what time, how, scrambled. That's a little grandma joke. We used to take trips to the mountains, and I was, a kid, 10, 12 years old, like, how? And she would always say scrambled. I was like, what? She said, that's how I like my eggs, scrambled. I was like, oh, ha. That's pretty funny, actually. I mean, to a young kid, it was pretty funny. I was like, hi, I'm about to buy this walking stick. Woo! I don't even need one. My knees are good. Anyways, I'm me, and we are we, and we ta-ta. We will see y'all again. Corey Brooks for Broski Ballers, looking to take this to the next level, looking to do videos weekly. Hopefully. We're going to get it to where it needs to be. Hope you all enjoyed, and we'll be here next time. Till then, see you. God bless. Enjoy college football. Dooskies from the Broskis.